You know, you would think, as my, you'd think, cobbler shoes and all, I would have a checklist of things to check when I go live to not make that mistake. Oh, I do need the little ones. This has got all the weird little connectors. Everybody laughed at me when I bought these trays from IKEA. I'm like, no, school trays are very useful. Okay, we're gonna take a red thing, and we're gonna jam it in the bendy thing. And then we take another bendy part. And the short yellow. So now we have that. And then we take brown cross things. And then a straight one of these. Ah. Aw. Sorry to hear that. Oh, which way does that go? I made a leaf. I made a stick. The palm leaf element was first introduced in our Lego Pirates theme in the 1990s. It is now repurposed to create the leather leaf fern. One of the things I love about all the flower sets is the interesting ways they repurposed weird pieces from across all the sets to make all these like I mean obviously they've got the plant things everybody knows, but you'll get um like these brown pieces probably were like a steering wheel or something. Or one of the flower sets they use the little blaster ray guns as upright as leaf stem connectors, just like all over the place. Or like frog mouths as seed pod holders or something. Okay. Take another leaf. Find a flat black thing with the what's it. That goes on the front. And the slopey thing locks that in. And yes, Scott, your pirate ship is coming up. We'll finally get done because I finally have a place to sit and build all this. Although the pirate ship might take a couple, might take a more than one more than one stream. Okay, we're removing Oscar from this play. We're gonna remove Oscar from the stream playlist. Okay. That's better. Three, 4, 5, 6. 7. Oh. Now make 2 more of that identical thing. Okay. Two. Four. 5. 6. 7. 7. But I wanted to do this. I wanted to do something that wasn't the pirate ship first. As sort of a test. Yeah. Well, I did legitimately want to build this because I actually want to. Yeah. Well, I had all the camera stuff set up, and I had this camera mount tower built from. What did I make? Oh, when I made the squirrel. But believe it or not, more than anything, what I'm testing is timing, hand endurance. That's why I wanted to start at 4 so I could like get a pretty good idea of how bricks per hour kind of vibe. How much building can I do per hour or in a stream? Okay. I also know if you haven't done building like this in a while, it's your fingies hurt. Oh, the light up coffee shop thing you made? Ah, there that is. Well, I mean, you're already married, so lighting. That's that's the secret is lighting because modern web cameras, including actually all web cameras, suck if they're not well lit. But I have this bendy, clippy, lighty thing, which is meant for doing, eyeball thing. Because without it, oh, I guess this one's. Oh, you can kind of see how grainy it is now, but it's a lot better when it's actually in lit. Although I did turn that up. And not this one either. I love this soundtrack, but there's some of these that are from like no, it's the big this one right here. The big Yeti blue thing. Cuz I got it on a fancy arm with a pop filter and everything. Although I do have to remember to actually enunciate out loud even though I know I'm talking close to it and I'm the only one here, but because I have a compressor on it to keep the background audio. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to break the audio, so hold on. this was the extent of my layout before, which I guess for some of this might be a little bit easier. Because I also have the wide shot on its own as the main, and then the overhead as the secondary. Although that camera sucks. It's a very fixed focus, and if you're not at... It's meant to be a webcam, so its focal point is like here, and if you're not here, it doesn't focus. I think I can do it with this layout. I can just chop it up and resize and stretch to fit the cameras better. Because for whatever, the camera is actually... is it unlocked? It's actually like a weird ratio, and I just have it like off the top under the frame. Because it's picking up... Because down here is more important. I don't know. Well, I don't know. This is part of the practice stream, is figuring out what I even want for the building layout. Oh, I need to make the other... The other black thing. The clippy thing. And the ramp thing. Two. Uh... This is the Heartbound soundtrack. Made by the lovely people over at Pirate Software. And they have very graciously have a clause in there: if you actually buy the soundtrack on Steam, you can use it for streaming and monetize it and stuff, as long as you don't just like upload like a 3-hour video of just their audio. Like, don't just steal it to rebroadcast it, but if you want to use it back on the stream, they'll never copyright claim you. But the problem is some of the tracks are from like the battle sequences, so they're like hyped and not chill, and I have to like figure out, I need to like trim it down to some. But in general, it's a not too bad 3 hours of audio to throw in the background and have noises. Some of it, yeah. We were talking with Jay, and oh, did you lose focus again? I need to... Come on. Focus, damn it. Okay, that's a little bit better. About you modifying his or combining his chat integrated spaceship thing with his lo-fi sound generator and connecting them so that as you're manipulating the ship, it changes the music. I think I'm straight up missing a piece. I can live without it. I can live without it, but it's gonna... That sucks. Using existing elements in unusual ways is at the heart of Lego building. Here, a car hub is being used to represent the stigma for the center of the Welsh poppy. I think this? No. These. Yeah. It's a car hub. Oh, that's way too... Oh, let's get it out of the light. Yeah, that looks like a hub of a car. Here, it's the middle of a flower. Okay, we're gonna build 2 of these. Take the round thing. Oh, I think these are done. So we're gonna put them in our makeshift vase. Flip these over. Apply green to the tops. Now take 8 of these around the outside. Around the outside? Around the outside. No? No. Mm. You know, it'd be a really interesting business model is if they did these flower sets as a subscription. Like every month you got a small little kit to build just these 2 poppies or just the ferns or something. But like you paid for the cost of this bouquet and it was the year of flowers. You know, you could charge, and then just prorate this over 12 months or so. And this way, every month you had a little, a little fun little time building one. You add it to your collection, you put it in your flower pot, and it slowly grows over the year. Rather than dropping down 50, 60, 70, 80, $90 that some of these flower sets are. Okay. Get 3 yellows. And I assume these green bendies, because I don't have any more. I only have 4 of these. Oh, is that the... Oh, 1X. It's the size 3. Okay. Green bendy thing. Up through the middle. Cap with the lighter green. Oh yeah, fond memory. It definitely gets removed. But regular fond memory can stay. It's good. But not the distorted, corrupted ones from the memories. Okay. That looks vaguely like what they have in the book. How many pieces is this set? 939 pieces. And then the hub in the middle. And a scoopy bit. And then a little cap to it. And then just stick it on a step. That's a plausible flower. And I put these pieces on wrong. Just entirely wrong. Oh yeah, I saw that in the settings. So I turned that on. Because it showed it to me too. If you have the when you stream, do you have the dashboard up? The Twitch dashboard? Like all the modules and stuff you can drag around with the big buttons? You should. There's a lot of quick action buttons. There's a lot of quick action buttons you can put on there, and there's a ad manager module too that shows you like a little timeline of like when the next ads are like when the ads are coming, and you can snooze them and stuff. You get 3 recharging 5-minute snoozes. And then every time an ad does play, you get one of those back. I literally just have all those settings on whatever. They're like, here's the defaults, and I'm like, cool. I will tune these over time. I'm not going to stress about whatever they have as the defaults to begin with. But I have it running. I have the thing that as long as you run 3 minutes an hour, it turns off pre-rolls. But I picked the option that's a 90-second every half hour rather than 3 minutes every once an hour. Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering how some streamers were like, hold on, an ad is coming, and then they like go to an ad screen or something, and apparently there's like hooks you can tell have OBS like change the scene automatically and stuff. But apparently they just like have it on that dashboard and they just go boop and they flip over to it. They hit it when it starts. And there's a way to make scenes go to another scene after like a lot of people have their startup screen. They have like a 5-minute timer. And then after that timer, it knows to automatically go to another screen. So they have that ad screen that only shows for 90 seconds and then it goes back to the main screen. And Towering Shadows goes away. Oh wow, I really have that dialed in. And yet it picks up my voice when I start talking. Because my sump pump has been running pretty nonstop for 2 days. Okay, we're gonna build the stems real quick first. We're gonna take these out of the way. You go away. How long have I been going? 45 minutes? I think I'm making pretty good time on this. Ose! Osi, osi, osi. Oi, oi, oi. Oh, yeah, I got my, I got somebody that for Christmas. They had it at Costco. She said she greatly enjoyed putting it together. Yeah, this is the Wildflower Bouquet. I think I'm making these now. Uh, Brick Link. That's why I was really excited to get this. Is it's hard to keep ones alive, and also I have a cat, and there's a lot of flowers you can't have if you have a cat, because inevitably the cats will try to eat them, and that is bad. Like, you can't have anything in the lavender family, which is apparently like a lot of things. Is it nightshade? Or lavender's in the nightshade family? Is that what that is? Like, lavender is very dangerous for cats. Like, even if you have, like, lavender-infused lotion and on your hands, and you rub a cat because they lick themselves, they can get it into their skin, and that's enough to make cats very sick, if not unalive. Three. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. There's a bunch of them. There's the bonsai, there's the wildflowers, there's oh, they don't show it on the back anymore. Yeah, if somebody finds a good link to all of them in like a collage, go ahead and link it in the chat. But they look pretty classy. I know a lot of like adults get these not ironically as like for themselves, like for real actual decoration, because they look kind of nice. And these are not molded the same way. These are like shitty off molds or something. Oh wait, no. Oh, one side's flat and one side's round. There's two. Oh crap. You know, if I never would have known that, I never would have noticed. And if I don't fix it now, I will forever know that. Cool. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Whatever I'm using for the chat. It detects. If you notice right at the very top, there's the region that's slightly shaded is where they spawn in. If it detects blocks in there, every tick it goes to try to create a piece. There's a delay, so it spreads them out. But after it did, when it goes to try to draw a piece, if it detects that there's anything in that grid, it aborts. If it aborts enough times in a row, it figures out what row is in there, because it might be more than one, and it deletes a spot out of the bottom, shifting the whole boat until it's not in there. It used to remove a whole row and shift the whole thing down, but now it vertically takes some out and shifts the row, which is interesting because it should be in this build. There's Connect 4. No. It does do Connect 4 detection, or Connect 5? It might be 5. I probably should lower that back to 4. I think the build that's on there only does the horizontal connection. It doesn't have the diagonal one in there yet. Because I was stuck on that, and then I just sort of like gave up trying to get it to work. When it starts, it's actually a lot shorter. And every time it completes a row, the board grows. So if you go back and watch the VOD at the start, it's a tiny little board, and it gets taller. The bottom gets taller, downways.
The nickname for Queen Anne's lace traces back to an old saying that flowers would bloom for Anne, Queen of Great Britain, and her ladies-in-waiting as a compliment to lace, as a compliment to their lace dresses.
Cool. I actually have to build the flower part. That was just the stems. Okay. Take these. Connect 2 of them. But I wrote that. I have the code to it. So I can make it do whatever I want. Bitter. No, I don't want bitter shadows. These and these uppy pieces. And actually, once Jay actually gets started with his stream, I'm going to cut over to his music. So if you want to actually watch his stream, you can go over there and watch it and then mute here. Or stick here and listen to him. Or go watch him and mute over there. Either way, I'll be listening to it. Because I enjoy his noisations. Although I may stop when he goes to start. because that should be about 5 or 6. Yeah, I may hang it up at 6. That'll give me 2 hours. We will see how my hands are feeling, because that's the worst part of all of it. I don't know. And not Office Dad. Which way do these go? Peg side up. Okay. And now the part of the stream where I put tiny little pieces onto tiny little things for 5 minutes. Is this blown out? Yeah, this is blown out. Now that's off. Okay, that looks good on the stream, but this is so dark. What is up with this camera? This light is on like nothing. Like it's almost hard for me to see, legitimately. Oh, that's a little better. Let's see. What can I talk about to keep myself sane while I work on this? The that Tetris block thing actually originally started off as a Windows 95 era defrag simulator. Because Jason had commented one day that he misses old defrag and just watching it, collect all the blocks and rearrange them and group them and stuff. And I'm like, surely there's got to be like a website out there that somebody's recreated WinDefrag as a web page, because it wouldn't be that hard. And I got to playing around with it, and I'm like, okay, I need an array of data, and I need to be able to draw that data, draw a bunch of grids, and then put things in it and have it do things. And I was having it like randomly blit blocks in, just simulate like a new file was created, and I had to do various lengths, different sizes of files. And I noticed one time it put a block of 4, and I'm like, haha, it drew a Tetris block. What if it, like, too bad they don't fall down. And then I sat down and I wrote a little algorithm to simulate gravity in the grid so they would fall down. And then I sort of just kept going with that. And I'm like, originally I was going to fill that top area at the very... This way. Over here. This area at the top. With a grid and be like defrag. Because my ultimate goal was to have it generate new files as people spoke in chat. And then every couple minutes go through and defrag that, and then when it got a complete row at the bottom, it would delete it, so it wouldn't fill up. It would just perpetually, like, as it completed an entire row all the way across, it would shift down, which is why I needed the gravity thing originally. Busy. uh I've seen programs that look like a code editor, and they look like it's doing like a compiling thing. Just like a Linux thing that would pop up and just just, and you could run that, or generic scanning, reading hard drive sectors, like an old like fseek. I used to have, back in the old days when screensavers were more of a thing, unless, viruses now, a bunch of screensavers that looked like scanning or compiling, so you could just like trigger one of those off and leave your computer running that screensaver, because screensaver, you set your monitor to stay on, but on screensaver, be like, my computer's busy, I gotta let it run the scan, I can't do anything else, and then just sit there reading a book or something. It says, oh, why aren't you working? Like, computer's busy. Fun fact, screensavers were just executables. They were just straight up programs. That's it. There was so little tiny bit of magic to make them not run in a frame context, like with X's and minimize and all that. That's the only different. You just compiled them slightly different, but other than that, they were just a frameless, borderless, full screen application. They just ran on full screen permanently. I have a bunch of ideas of dumb things like that I want to program for my stream overlay, but also I want to program them on stream, but entirely just as practice and fun and experimenting around. Like, I want to build a very akin to Jason's stream ship thing. I want to take the chat interaction technology from that, which is mainly a library, but some of the processing he does on it's really good. And way down here at the bottom where the Hergel logo is, I want to have a little Tamagotchi fuzzy thing that actually exists under my camera. So if I go like this and turn my camera off, there's that guy. And I want to turn him into a little Tamagotchi thing at the bottom. And you'll be able to, like, chat commands to, like, keep him alive and feed him and water him and play ball and do stuff like that. And if you're a sub, you have that. Actually, no, that's the follower. Everybody has that. If you're a sub, you have that. because I totally just went through some folders and found whatever crap I had laying around. We're gonna skip that one. No, not shadows. Yeah. And I think the other sub emote is the comic one. I got affiliate at almost the exact worst possible time. Um it was right when they were adding all of the new when they did the massive blow up of everybody gets more emote slots. So the people that do the reviews were just inundated, and some of them just took forever. Do these go? Well, that's two pieces they screwed up. I'm short a flower thing, and I have an extra plug thing. And then you double stack these, and then you wedge these in there. My Oh, interesting. My text to speech thing doesn't read replied messages because it's threaded. Huh. Interesting. Oh. What time are you getting started, Mr. Music Man? Oh, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I got home and ate real quick so I could hurry and get on and build this. So I wanted to put in an hour or two before your stream started. Wait, do you put one in the middle too? Oh, yeah, you put one in the middle. Ah, damn it. I never did make it out to Costco the other day to get meatballs. I'll have to brave the weather and go out tomorrow. It's supposed to be sunny with a chance of people. Now, either I missed one. No. Okay, they didn't short me a flower. I have 2 extra flowers. I have a whole extra thing. Did I? Oh, my lights did dim. Oh, I bet it's sunset. I bet that's what it is. Can I go over to... Yeah, there we go. Like, from far away, blurriness, and you can't really see it. That actually looks like flowers, doesn't it? Gotta move the dinosaur. Or I could just pull off the dinosaur's head entirely. I gotta glue this back on, don't I? Oh, I did glue this at some point. Why didn't that stay on? When I had the red enamel paint, I made his one eye red. You can live over there on my desk of mess. Shall we do another? Cornflower? Shall we open up another set of bags? Let's do the stuff in the 3. I think that's less stuff. Yeah. If you can find photos of it, I'll recreate it. Oh, I just noticed the thing across the bottom. It's a progress bar. There we are. Lupin. Originally native to North America, lupins also thrive in the wild of the Mediterranean and Europe. Wildly diverse in color, their ombre spikes climb tall to attract pollinators' attention and ours across North American prairie along roads and gardens all over the world. So what I need is a cafeteria tray with like the sections. Do I have anything? Oh, where's that one silverware tray I used? Oh, it's busy. Oh. Snack break. I need an OBS plugin that'll hook to either VLC or FooBar and show currently playing track. Or find a way to make those write to a file and I'll just text source it in. Okay. FooBar does? Perfect. I For music I prefer FooBar over VLC. But there was something weird with these files and they my copy of FooBar was messed up and I didn't want to mess with it, so I just opened it in VLC and then I just saved. Because basically FooBar was Winamp. Oh, you know what? If I switch over to Winamp, I bet I could window capture the visualizer and put it as the background because this overlay is actually technically transparent. And if I have this thing in the right place in the stack, I can do this. And it should show through, the color should show through the actual overlay too. Which has got to be great on my compression. And there realistically has to be a better, more efficient way than a YouTube video to do that. Like I should be able to do that in a browser source of a file running locally that just does one big ass gradient on a canvas or something. Did this break? This probably broke. Yeah, I mean it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's build this. We're on a timer before the Music Man starts. Okay, build this. Turn it this way. Looking for a collet. Not full on knolling. I'm just gonna get some of these big pieces out of the way here. Why isn't the chat being read to me? What did you break, Jason? The idea for a Twitch stream layout, show one of those controller input viewers to an overlay of CO2. Oh, I forgot about that. I lost that in the scene shuffle. I should set that back up next time. What was I playing the other day with a controller? What was I playing the other day with a controller? I remember playing with a controller. What was that? Oh, yeah, I did play that with a controller. That's what it was. Here's the collets. And then brown thing. Okay. Good lord. What the? Okay, we're gonna build this over here. And like these pieces, the little fountain things that you always like say, oh look, now it's a little spray bottle. These are so valuable to builders that do things like these because it's a right angle connector. You can put like they want me to do this, build these here, and then put this on top. And then build another one. Why isn't it? My chat thing isn't reading. Oh, I know why it wasn't reading. It was backgrounded. Thank you, Chrome, for background resource management. It doesn't have to have focus, but it can't be unfocused in a window with another tab that has focus. Like I can pull the tab out and throw it over there and be in another window. I just can't be in. It can't be a non. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's another. I think you can if you pin a tab, I think it also doesn't make those go to sleep. But I'm not sure about that. Or there's other ways to. I know there's extensions that do it because I know it's in the API. I'd be like, don't sleep this tab. Or if it's playing music, it won't sleep a tab that has an active uh audio declarative source thing. And either were Windows. If you have a system playing audio, and I don't know if this is just a Chrome thing because I think you can play it on other things too, but if you have something playing audio, Windows may not go to screensaver and sleep mode. Because I have personally abused that by leaving a Twitch stream open, turning off my speakers, but not muting the stream, so it's still producing audio, but turning off my speakers, and my computer will not go to sleep. And sometimes that's how I leave a game running all night that I need to have running without the computer going to sleep, without having to use a keep awake thing. It's half the reason I follow so many of those like fish tank streams. His name was Shredder. yet. I love Turtles and Jill. If I don't have any podcasts to catch up on, a lot of times when I have to do like just long ass, like when I have to do long ass like grinding in 14, just like doing some repetitive task for like a few hours or something, I will put on Turtles, or there's another one. There's another there's the Ferret channel, but they play the same soundtrack, so sometimes I get sick of it. Uh but like one of those, because they generate revenue off of those. Okay. The Ferret software one, they actually run that entire Ferret Rescue off of the Twitch and the Twitch ad money from all the people that leave it open at night. That funds that Ferret Rescue. Okay, what do they want me to do? We're gonna need these. We're gonna need these. These. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't edit my panels, can you? Okay. I want to make a uh I want to make a list on there somewhere of all the other music source, music radio. Here's other things I listen to. Is just kind of like, you know, exposure. And if you've never heard of it or played it, you should go get the demo for Heartbound and give it a shot. It is a non-combative RPG, but it is a very, 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 very deep, multi-track, multi-storyline, decisions matter game. There is a free demo. It is made by one very crazy individual who it's definitely worth to check out the free demo and see if you like it. And if you like it, buy the game. It's only $10. He does all the game coding and the storyline with a few, mainly him. The graphics are done by another guy, and the audio is done by another guy, Stein. And he does his company set up really, really neat. He gets 50% of the money, and the other 50% is split between the sound guy and the art guy. But then all of the revenue from people buying the OST goes directly to the sound guy. And then all the money from the art book goes directly to the art guy. Like 100% of it. And it's like and then out of that other 50%, he pays like the translators and other, software and all the other stuff, which he apparently pays way above average for translations because he cares and he can. Okay. Take the square thing. Surround it with dots. Put it on the stick. Put 2 more dots on top. -- 50 DKP minus. Do not misquote the old memes. I was there when they were written. I was there when they were played. I actually brought up that meme the other day in chat. I was running something with one of my guildmates, and he's like, "Sorry," he like randomly went AFK in the middle of it, like his dog or he had a real life emergency. He had to step away, so he just like ghosted us in the middle of a fight, and we all died. He's like, "So sorry for that. Like something came up. I had to very quickly step away. I didn't have time to say anything." And we're like, "A shame on you and your house. A curse on your goats." And then I said 50 DKP minus. And everybody lost. Like, well, I just peed my pants laughing, so. Oh. That's what I should call my channel points. DKP. Okay, so now we got this rocket ship looking thing. What makes spicy nuggets spicy? Is it just pepper, or what else they got in them? Because you can see the pepper in the breading, but there's something that makes them reddish. Okay. Is it just chili powder, or is it like cayenne or something? Ah, paprika. Assorted spices. Oh, your roommate works at Arby's, not Wendy's. Okay, I was like, did they come pre-breaded, or did they bread them there? Could you just like steal a bad bag of it? Not to pre-incriminate. I would imagine so, because they got to be just like heat and go. Okay. That just going. How about that? That's it. Wait. When did when did we put those on there? Oh, all right. How long are we going? About 2 hours? Okay. Doesn't matter how those are going. Probably not. Realistically, it probably doesn't. I am gonna rotate it just because, but it probably doesn't matter. Okay. Now more for horrible tedium. One, two, three. So anybody got any fun plans for the weekend? Well, I make 16 of these. No? No one's got plans? Everybody's gonna stay at home and veg? Everybody's gonna stay at home in front of their computers and watch me build 600 more flowers. Well, we know that. But you have live-in entertainment. You have no excuse. Also, you live in an entirely different climate. Oh, man. Do you actually like get into the RP and stuff? For my European friend, bugs are these small insectoid things that live out in nature, and they're all around the place. And that's why we have screens in our windows so they don't come inside. Why art? It read that funny. Oh, good lord. Does it have a broken D key like Jason's? Is he even down here? He's upstairs, curled up somewhere. Probably on top of a furnace vent. He's upset because all the places he normally hides got moved around because I've been cleaning, so he doesn't like it down here right now. He comes down here all the time though. When it's cold, he'll crawl up on the back of my chair and lay there with his paw on my touching my head. He'll go to sleep. And he usually, whenever there's an empty space over here, he will try to sit on it. Or he'll try to sit over there on my, effectively, if like this was my keyboard space, the space where my mouse goes, he would just like pour himself in liquid cat mode into that space and lay there. So I need 2 more cameras. I need one for a wide shot across the desk that way. The same way of that one, just off this way. I ought to see if small animals like being higher up. It's a vantage point protection thing. I realize these ones are probably I've done the two with the two tiny, the most tiniest little things, but I think yeah, I will stop after this bag. I think it's a good stopping point. I think about 2 hours is about how much my hands can take before they get too. They're not too bad now. They're a little sore because it's pushing a lot of little pieces together. But I think for Legos, about 2 hours is about my. I think Scott was right. It's more of the fingertips than the hands. Well, I have to put these on here, and then I had some like I think literally just have to put yeah, I just have to put all the flowers on there. So you got maybe 5-10 minutes, if that, maybe less. If I go at a good if I go at a good clip and I have good pattern going. 8 minutes. You have 8 minutes. I'm gonna stop at about 6. I don't know if you were around. You might have still been away. My plan, if I was gonna sit and do this all night, because it was really contingent on how my hands felt. But if they felt better than this, which they're not, and also I just kind of feel like stopping, uh, I was gonna kill the soundtrack and pipe in your music as my background music. Okay, 6, 7. Okay, how's this go? This like this and this like this. These go on the inside ones. These are pirate hats. These flower petals are pirate hats because there's the little thing where you're supposed to the feather goes. And I don't think I have a minifig down here. Yeah, I don't have any Lego minifigs. But that's totally what that is. I like what shape is this? Okay. These go on the studs, not the white things. Yes. That's what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. Like that's what's really cool about this is they had the artists like draw the shape they wanted, and then they used a program that said use any Lego part to make this shape happen. Okay, and then just do the same thing on the other bit. Okay. Stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. That song, a lot like other weird, nonsensical child rhymes, actually has a full breakdown and meaning behind all of those words, and they're not nonsensical, and they actually mean things. In much the same, very weird way, the history behind Ring Around the Rosie, the story behind the lyrics of Yankee Doodle Dandy is very, very weird. No, no, none of that now. This isn't that kind of stream. Topless Lego building? They're just topless, but they have one of those mini figureheads on. Get one of those fancy ASMR microphones and get it real close so you hear every snap and click. And they just don't talk. They're just like click, click, click. Almost. Okay, that just goes in there. That just goes there. That would be 6 o'clock. Okay, what is this? Short piece into red thing. Green thing. Red. Okay, connect 3 greens with using 2 reds. I gotcha. Did I do it again? I did it again. I did it twice again. Oh, is that it for the stems? These all extras? Oh, wow, there's a lot of extra pieces that time. And there's stems to the cutting. And considering I didn't get started right at 6, that is weirdly just about 2 hours to do bags 1 and 3. That is almost perfect. There you go. What were these called again? Oh, hey, there's a note. The minifigures who wore these pirate hats back in 1989 would never imagine that their fancy headgear will one day be used as lupin petals. Yeah, where's the camera? You can see they're very obviously pirate hats on the side. But vertically, it's a flower. Oh! That reminds me, I have a video essay series I need to send Jason that is all about house, but from a very different perspective. And for reasons I will not be discussing, I have tiny, tiny little baggies. I will take no questions. There you go. Very poorly laid out. There's bags 1 and 3 of the Wildflower set. Oh. And let's see. We're gonna bring this over here. This over here. And we're gonna go like this. Thank you, everybody who came by. I will, if I don't get wrapped into some stuff, I will I might stream the rest of the other packs today, if not tomorrow. Or I might play... Yeah, I'm raiding over there now. There we go. Start raid. I'm sending him over to my friend Jay, who might be listening. Go listen to his music. There we go.